你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
Ace Force is now on the air, and the plot has been mistaken for military idol drama from the beginning. Slowly return to the rhythm of the main melody. The first 10 episodes of foreshadowing, the character background, character relationship, character contradiction, etc. are almost clearly explained. The particularity of Jiang Nanzheng's identity has also been answered in the latest update. Daughter of teacher Zheng Yuan, played by Li Yubin. The most important thing is in the latest plot, the screenwriter also created an opportunity for the grassroots of Golden Finger to establish an emotional relationship with the heroine. It made sense to get on the line, but because of the drill, Yiye was injured in an accident. It also contributed to the warming of the relationship between Yiye and Jiang Nanzheng, and all of them knew that there was a problem with the two. Of course, this scene is also to pave the way for the dramatic conflict behind. Otherwise, why did this grassroots come together with the chief's daughter? Could it be based on stalking and silly character? Isn't this plot going to collapse? Is the audience cheating? According to the background and personality, Yiye and Jiang Nanzheng are good matches. The current plot is no longer the heroine's own protagonist's halo, true love is in hand, I have to lick the dog plot, because they are about to break up before they are together. In the trailer for episodes 13 and 14, Yiye's childhood sweetheart Populus Euphratica is also here. Looking forward to the follow-up plot development. Updated to 10 episodes, Yiye, who has been envious of 9 consecutive years, is finally released in episode 12. Yiye's father appeared. The first reaction was, isn't this the book J by Gao Yuliang? It's true that Zhang Zhijian, who played Gao Yuliang in The Name of the People, this time, he played Yiye's father Gu Heng in the play. To say something interesting, it must be a special fate. The birthdays of Zhang Zhijian and Xiao Zhan, who are born after 55, are October 5th. This time I also played the father and son, and I can interact with each other on my birthday in the future. Seeing his father's appearance, I understand now why when Yiye talked about his father, it's too bookish, because one passage just touches on the theme of Ace Force, in one fell swoop. The original part of the show was only military drills, recruits squabbling, military idols, and others immediately opened up without depth and breadth. In this plot, Zhou Yan increased his training in order to quickly improve his ability. As a result, the food could not be kept up. Deputy Company Commander Qin paid for his comrades in his own pocket and still couldn't solve it. The daring sorghum of Yi Gao was in the 6th because of poor training results. I wanted to be a super shortcut and fell into a pit. After being rescued by the people, he told me that I met a wild boar. Sorghum became excited immediately, and a group of people like he knew Keng went to dig traps to catch wild boars. The wild boar was caught. Just when Quan Lian thanked the sorghum, the problem also came. The pig caught was not a wild boar, but a domestic pig raised by the people. After barbecue, this is a violation of the major taboos of the discipline. It is not a needle and thread, but a pig weighing more than 200 kilograms. Even if it loses money, it still violates the negative typical of the style problem, and didn't run away from the uniform. But this time, sorghum saved Kang graciously. Only Yiye and Gao Liang waited in the confinement room for the above punishment decision. This is not understandable. Is it because the two of them are the protagonists? As a result, during Song Jinshi's conversation, he once again showed his preference for this grassroots. I urged him not to admit it and let Yiye carry the thunder alone, which also corresponds to the previous prejudice. This dazzling preference immediately made the audience feel sorry for Yiye. During the trial of sorghum, I could clearly hear every word of Song Jinsha, but what was gradually blurred was that Yiye was humming a song behind his back. Here the director has handled it in a high-level manner. His voice gradually blurred, and he fell into his own thinking. This once again shows that Yiye is not understood, and the difficulties in the company, even being excluded. Some netizens started to hate Yiye's ambition when they saw that Gao Liang wanted to carry mines by himself. Just to show the friendship between two people, all were punished, and even fortunately there was Song Jinsha in jail young. I believe that many people will love the characters for the righteousness that appears here. It can only be said to be too superficial. But it was also because of the plot that laid the groundwork, and the head was shocked to deal with it. Personally protect people, who wouldn't say that this grassroots doesn't come with the protagonist's halo anymore. The grassroots, which is even more open than the hit TV show Next Door, directly leads to the glory of life one step at a time. In fact, the comrades, in arms relationship attracts fans and makes people break the defense. I'll understand. Not to mention the touching comrades, in arms often brushed on short videos. Even the author has such comrades, in arms. Colleagues have to ask for leave at a fixed time every year to travel thousands of miles away. Gathering with my comrades, in arms back then, it's like this every year. This is still an age of peace. What's more, the opening hours of Yiye just changed at that time. It is conceivable that comradeship in war is an existence beyond family, friendship and love. But in this passage, I have to deeply understand the conversation between Gu Yiye's father and Gu Heng. I understand why Gu Yiye said it was done by two people instead of one. He not only saved himself, but also Sorghum, but he was not understood, including Song Jinsha. There is not much for Song Jinsha's characters, but in the only role and character relationship, I understand why he can pass the identity of an ordinary soldier. Qin Hanyong and Zhang Fei, the squad leader of the 9th Company, who enlisted in the army in the same year, now Deputy Company, were the fastest. The squad leader Zhang Fei and Deputy Lian Qin Hanyong are also very clear about the current characters. I would rather be demoted to keep these soldiers, let alone squad leader Zhang Fei. It's great for Gu Yiye. When he was about to take off his uniform in the first few episodes, the Sorghum broke the jar and jumped into the river. The god of luck arranged for him to meet with the chief, and Gu Yiye stood under the big sun until he collapsed and never saw the leader. In the end, Monitor Zhang Fei rode a bicycle to pick him up. Gu Yiye and the squad leader's emotional pavement has been explained. Song Jinsha and Lu Pingfan also had conflicts with the student official. I understand why there is such a big prejudice against Gu Yiye, who has such a knowledge background, but it is especially good for Sorghum. Okay, let's go back to the topic. This dialogue between Gu Yiye's father Gu Heng in consciousness. Why is the timing of this passage just right? The conversation he had with Song Jinsha during the confinement said that it was done by two people. I also fell into entanglement, thinking that this is not good looking. Gu Heng said, "Are you going to do the right thing or the good-looking thing?" Gu Yiye replied, "I understand." This conversation with his father once again established Gu Yiye's goal. And the main theme of Ace Force is also our current road to be stronger. It is not in the tactics of the whole crowd, but in scientific training. It is also the two who have the best understanding of the character plot. When I see everyone expressing their opinions on the plot, they all talked about one thing in common. For the army, why did Gu Heng say that it is harder to be a winner than a hero? Please, this is a war. Any woman's benevolence may cost her life. How to abandon the weakness of human nature for strategists. What needs to be considered from the macro and reality is how to be a winner. These two paragraphs of comments, it is also very recognized by the author. Don't copy, just paste the image directly. Ace Troops doesn't look at anything else. Just look at the notes released by Xiaozhen's video conference. It's a realistic military drama that shows the soul of our army in the new era. During the investment promotion period, the drama also introduced the epic river that spent 40 years to build an ace team that can win the battle. Gu Yiye's thinking and father's dialogue in episode 11, directly click on the question, and what Gu Yiye said to Lu Pingfan when he appeared in the first episode. Say proudly and confidently, "Give me 2 years, 24 months later I will be in the military academy, 72 months later, I led troops in the field troops." Enlisted with such a strong goal, and step by step toward the goal. From this it can be seen that his father was not a bookish man, and had too much influence on Gu Yiye. Even the lighthouse has become the pioneer imperceptibly, wanting to change the status quo. Why Gu Yiye feels lonely the more I look at it. Not only because his opinions are not recognized, learning doesn't work either. Now I understand why Gu Yiye will finally give up true love and choose responsibility. Walking with the squad leader's widow, love may only be for the thickness of the character. These experiences with comrades, in arms, including choices, are the only way to experience Otherwise, it would not be said that Yiye played by Xiao Zhan is another beautiful and miserable character. How could Wei Wuxian, Tang Zanin, and Yiye still be so difficult? Obviously they have the blessings of their fathers. The help of the background, instead of becoming a shortcut to the goal, it takes 100 times harder to get the recognition that the grassroots can easily get. They are all the same, and they can't make mistakes. This coincides with Xiao Zhan in reality. And he can't be wrong either. One wrong step will be faced by thousands of people accusing thousands of people. The same is to change your cognition at the cost of time by turning your forward thinking. It's really hard, just like Xiao Zhan in reality, isn't it the same? In order to change the stereotype of traffic, the price paid is so painful, but fortunately everything is worth it. Ace Force is worth thinking about. If you can use your own influence to let more people know the contributions of the ancestors, love your country more, this is the power that a drama brings to the audience.